the left back. Poor ball that from Twaleb, the right back for Burkina Faso. We got just over 2 minutes to go to half-time. 4 matches on today here at the Moors Ngoni Stadium. Pak Modga, she's playing as one of our front three for Burkina Faso. Captain Zeraouli dispatches for Morocco. Well, that's well broken up by Twaleb. Twaleb to Moussamia. Mind you, if one of those forward balls gets past those centre-backs, Burkina Faso could be in a bit of trouble there.
One thing I've noticed about Burkina Faso, whenever Morocco is attacking, you are having 5 at the back to make sure they are solid and they are compact at the back. And this is why they are winning all the challenges each and every time when Morocco tries to attack.
Certainly solidity for Burkina Faso. Captain Belem. Boulifa gets that away. Free kick to Burkina Faso, last minute of the first half. Here in Norton, Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe hosting CAF Continental finals for the first time ever. And they're doing a splendid job thus far. Free kick from 35 yards out. This is a long way. Belem is the one who's going to take it. That one's travelling, and keeper Amezian makes another decent save.
She has been brilliant in terms of serving Morocco today, and she's always kept her line clear, and she's always making sure that she's looking at the ball and not looking at anything else, and that is a key in terms of goalkeeping.
So that is the last move of the first half. Goalless, Burkina Faso very much on top of the situation. Morocco not a single goal attempt. Indeed, they barely got the ball into the final third. A couple of good saves from keeper Meziane. But Morocco will be happy that they are level and still very much with a chance of going through to the final. Half-time here, Morocco 0, Burkina Faso 0.
These jerseys aren't 100% polyester. They are 30% lessons learned the hard way, 50% hope, turning threads into memories, 20% triumphs dreamed and prayed for. This is Africa, 100% made of us.
Rooted in culture, driven by connection. These stories flow between continents, leading a new generation of talent and opportunity. Africa and Europe, together we rise. Africa.
A little bit in the shade.
Together. Africa.
A little bit in the shade. Entertaining first half, no doubt whatsoever. Of course, looking at the highlights of this game, Morocco versus Burkina Faso, 1-0 at halftime. Should have been protected slightly from the hit that she received. Amanda, what do you make of these highlights?
Yeah, I think Burkina Faso really pinning down Morocco in their own half, taking those chances, varying their play, trying to penetrate through the middle, but also being forced to take those long-range shots, but nothing has been able to land in the back of the net.
Coach, it's been one-way traffic, to be honest with you. The final third of Burkina Faso, the goalkeeper having a bit of a leisure morning, I should say.
I think, Chico, that the Moroccan attack has not even gone past the halfway line. They play in a 4-5-1, that looks like to me. they've set up in the first half, and they really looking to try and counter-attack.
And that's the goal right there. Do you feel the forward backed into the keeper there?
Yes. The obstruction on the goalkeeper, yes, the forward did obstruct her, and I think it's a fair decision from the referee.
See, the most frustrating thing is forwards always have excuses. Amanda, you are forward. Do you think that should have been called against the forward?
Yeah, of course. I think there was a little bit of physical contact, but I mean, the referee will definitely protect the goalkeeper. But for us as strikers, we really want to make sure we get those opportunities at goal. I mean, you look at the stats already, 42 ball possession for Morocco. We've never seen that. But of course, Burkina Faso dominating those ball possession stats.
Absolutely. Burkina Faso completely dominant in this game. No shot attempt. They couldn't even get into the final third, this Moroccan side. And absolutely zero shots on target, even passing. Stringing along 5 passes consecutive has been a problem throughout the first 20 minutes.
It's been a minus for Morocco, Chico. But you have to give Burkina Faso the credit they deserve. Their ladies or their girls are really holding the ball and competing, playing passes. And I've watched a lot of moments now where they actually go 1-2 and they go behind the 5 defenders of Morocco. And with that mentality, with that attitude, I can only see them scoring a goal in the second half.
You must.
The investors feel confident about the state of the macro environment at the moment.
The optimism that has materialized in 2025 has been rather surprising. I mean, if you take the way international markets have opened up to Africa.
Initially, we thought that, for instance, if the IMF was not renewed, that would create upside pressure for the shilling. That didn't happen. The macro reform that government has been undertaking, that seems to have been played out positively for investors.
Welcome to the inaugural episode of Markets Unplugged. Please stay tuned.
Space. This is the kind of game that they love, where they have space, their technical ability, superiority can be seen, and they can move the ball. They just can't find their striker number 9.
I expected that. We expected that, Chico. But when I look at the Burkina Faso side, the way they play, they bring out a little bit of uneasiness towards the Moroccans. And what's happening is the Moroccans are not comfortable playing the ball from the back, going forward. But the Burkina Faso girls, they are just in awe. And the pitch will probably favor Burkina Faso going forward.
All right, what do we do now? Where do we go from here? Morocco have literally been snuffled out of this game. Something has to change. What does the coach do, Coach?
I think for Morocco, like Coach said, they're playing a very almost reserved tactical approach, and I think they're trying to reserve the energy for the second half. We might see a little bit of more aggression coming from them, but for Burkina Faso, they should be 1 goal up because anything can change. They may be trusting themselves where penalties or extra time is concerned, and we don't know whether Burkina Faso can be able to handle that kind of pressure.
Amanda, Burkina Faso are the ones who are scoring late into every single game. There's a problem.
Yeah.
The thing that I think Burkina Faso has to be aware of, and I think the Moroccans are going to bring this because of the wind and the size of the pitch. I think they're going to put it down in the center and maybe strike from distance in order to catch the Burkina Faso goalkeeper. Surprised, but she hasn't been tested, so we don't know whether she's good or whether she reads the game well with the wind behind her back. But Morocco has to come out looking more wanting the game. Otherwise, they will lose the game to Burkina Faso.
Well, it's a tough game. It's a big result for Burkina Faso if they can wrap this game up. So far, they have silenced Morocco, so Morocco have everything to do. Burkina Faso, keep doing what you did. Don't change something when it's working. Second half of the Africa Schools Football Championship semi-final clash between Morocco and Burkina Faso is coming up in a bit. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon. Is it not 1-0?
These jerseys aren't 100% polyester. They are 30% lessons learned the hard way, 50% hope, turning threats into memories. 20% triumphs dreamed and prayed for. This is Africa, 100% made of us.
Rooted in culture, driven by connection. These stories flow between continents, leading a new generation of talent and opportunity. Africa and Europe, together we rise.
So a goalless situation here at the Morzangoni Stadium in Norton, just outside of Harare. Burkina Faso dominating that first half, but not able to convert the dominance into goals. We'll be underway in a few seconds here. Burkina Faso with their physicality had some decent chances. Not a single goal attempt from Morocco in the first half of this contest. And Zabre, the goalkeeper, she hasn't had a single thing to do at all so far. Kologo, 18, playing at in the centre of the park for Burkina. And Meziane only made the one error in the first half and made a couple of really, really good saves for Morocco. We do go to penalties if it is tied after 40 minutes. Burkina Faso will be happy. Belém, she had a couple of goal attempts. But you never know with football. You can have all the dominance and then you can be caught out when the opponents get a chance that comes their way. I think we might be having a couple of substitutions from Morocco before we start the second half. Salma Banka is going to come on. She started the first game against Zimbabwe. That's Banka. She was actually captain in the first game against Zimbabwe. So Salma Banka, attacker, to come on for Morocco, replacing Hemin. And this is Camelia Jaoui. So double substitution for Morocco at the start of the second half. So Morocco kick us off in the second half, in the red and green, attacking the goal to the left of your picture. 0-0. Very interesting, the Morocco squad. Of course, they've got a full junior setup in men's and women's football, with leagues, with academies. In the starting lineup, 7 from the FAR Rabat Academy, as they get an early chance. And that's the first time that keeper Zabre has been called into action. So maybe their fortunes are set to turn around. For Morocco, 7 of their starters from the FAR Rabat Academy. AS FAR playing RS Berkane in the CAF Champions League semi-finals in an all-Moroccan clash on Saturday. Also, we got a player from the Wydad Casablanca Academy too. That's El Ghanami, the number 9. What can she do here?
At any given time, how Morocco has managed to draw the first half with Burkina Faso. At any given time, we are having 5 defenders and 2 at the middle of the park. And this has maybe unsettled the Burkina Faso in terms of having that free room to decide and to have the options that they needed to do for them to get a goal.
Yep, they've done enough in defence thus far, but here's an attempt for Burkina Faso. They have done the job. This time she's beaten Meziane. And Burkina Faso finally get the breakthrough which you would have to say they deserved. Diarra.
Now they did very well in terms of going forward, and there was a lapse of concentration from the Moroccan defenders. They were ball watching, and she just took a chance by keeping it hard and low and on the near post where the keeper was supposed to cover.
Edge of the box. Well taken shot. Diarra scores. A powerful effort. So it was quite a long time coming, but Burkina Faso do get the lead. Diarra in the 22nd minute. Just when Morocco had made quite an encouraging start to the second half, Rose, yeah?
Yeah, they did very well in the second, coming into the second half. As you can see now, they're trying to make sure they take shots at the goal, and they've seen that the keeper is not handling it at once, is handling it on the second time. And it's encouraging them to make sure they try from afar. And with Morocco, they are a team that fights very hard. I remember when they played Zimbabwe, they were trailing 2-1 to Zimbabwe, and they managed to squeeze in a late goal to make it 2-2 with Zimbabwe.
Yeah, and they battled to beat the DRC 2-1 in their last group game as well, with big celebrations when the final whistle went there at Gateway High School. So Diarra with the goal. Good one too from Burkina Faso. That's her first goal of the tournament. So they've got 6 different goal scorers all on one each, which shows that lots of different players have made their contribution. Aminata Diarra. Diarra's with Lycée Privé Espoir du Faso Academy.
Today, the Morocco team have changed the way they were playing their group stages games, where they could keep possession, where they could rotate it. And I think they need to go back to their basic, and they're very good in terms of keeping possession and moving into that attacking third.
Yeah, because Burkina Faso complete possessional dominance, as the halftime stats showed there. That's Diarra, the scorer, playing with confidence. Oh, great run too. Still she goes. The last touch just let her down. But playing with confidence is Diarra, who's now got a knock.
She is very skillful in terms of dribbling. She controls the ball closer to her, and she's a very winger that she has got plenty of skill. And as you can see, Steve, when she was inside the 18-yard box, she had to square it to one of his teammates, but the number 19 was a little bit late to attack that first post for her to get a clear chance of the ball and maybe to score.
So taking a knock, and she's going to be stretchered off, having made such a big contribution. The goal that separates the two teams. Diarra, 2 shots at goal, one of them going in the back of the net. We're at the Moors and Ngoni Stadium in Norton. If you're in or around, admission is free to come and watch today and tomorrow. 4 games today, 4 games tomorrow. 10 a.m. start it was today and tomorrow as well. On your way here, you need to pick up a free ticket from the Genesis service station just over the road from where we are. It's Pak Modga with the run this time down that flank. We've got our young referees here who've been on the 5-day course ahead of the start of the tournament. They're just below us in the stands. We've got our young reporters as well, who've had an amazing time. 20 young journalists from Zimbabwe, a part of this tournament that's had so much happening on the sidelines. So a few fans trickling in to watch the action. It's a busy day 4 games after this semi-final too. Zambia against Ghana. Zambia just saw them arriving when it was half-time for this one. Clearance by Wiame. Zeruli. And Banka's now got the captain's armband, so there's a change of captain for Morocco. We're saying that she was the captain in the first game. Has come off the bench at half-time, and playing out on the right side is Banka, who's now the captain. Diarra with a goal, 22 minutes in. Burkina Faso leading Morocco, heading into the final as it stands with 13 minutes remaining.
I think what the Morocco team needs to do is to take charge in the middle of the park, which they failed to do within the first half and the second half as well. As you can see that the Burkina Faso team is more dominance in the midfield, which has given this Morocco side.
Chance for 2 there, good save. Meziane, another big contribution. She's got another knock, and Awa with the attempt. Reacted quickly to get a shot in, and that's a good save from Meziane. Oh, it's been a bruising contest for her, Rose.
She is the difference between the two teams to make it 1-0 now, because she has done about 4 saves, 3 in the second half and in the first half, and 1 right now in the first half. She's one keeper who's very quick, as she's agile in terms of the save, the return save that she's done now.
She's okay. That was a really good save. It was going through the legs. She managed to stop and then to scramble back. 3 saves for Marwa Meziane. You'd have to say she's been Morocco's best player. No doubt about that. So we got 11 minutes to play here. Day 4 of action at the CAF African Schools Football Championship, 4th edition. So a couple of subs being warmed up for Morocco, because they need to do something differently here. Free kick to Morocco. Our referees from Benin. Benin's boys are in action later on in the semi-finals for the boys against Uganda. That's 1:30. It's one of the standout contests of the day. Zeraouli to take this. Bit aimless, that free kick, though. But they'll push up, they'll get themselves a throw-in. They do need to move. Equaliser would take us to a penalty shootout, so they're still very much alive, but it's been such dominance from Burkina Faso. Offside.
The moment they keep the ball on the ground, they're moving as quickly as possible, going to the attacking third, and they need just to continue to play it on the ground. As you know, that Morocco, they're tactical, they've got the tactical ability to do it, so they should encourage themselves to keep the possession and do the combination plays.
Yeah, we're into the final 10 minutes, 3/4 of the way through this match. The goal came on 22 minutes from Diarra. There's been no subs yet for Burkina Faso, so Coach Zakaria happy with his formation.
He's happy because they've dominated the entire match, Steve, and this is why he's saying that maybe he needs to make sure that all the players that are the starting 11 have to get the feel of Ngone Stadium being a wider pitch and being a little bit larger than the one they were used.
Who manages your wealth, legacy, and connects you with investment opportunities in Kenya and globally.
At Standard Chartered, family businesses, business owners, and corporate executives have entrusted us with over $2.3 billion.
As the only international bank in Kenya, we bring you global expertise and a wide range of investment solutions right here at home.
Your wealth is guided by certified relationship managers who are supported by insurance and investment specialists.
Because growing your wealth is not about chasing hype.
It's about clarity, transparency, and long-term value.
Now is your time for wealth. Join Priority Banking today.
Right, well, Jara has certainly been the standout player. A joy to watch with her runs down that left flank. And a well-taken goal in the 22nd minute. 8 minutes to go. Morocco need to move.
They just need to gear up their game, and especially the second half, they've tried to come as a team that is willing to compete and to want to win it as well.
Yeah. But when these Burkina Faso attacks come, they got to push their girls back. Here's Sore now. Gigan. That was a handball. And that's Moussa Mia who committed the offence. Burkina Faso push up in numbers here. Morocco 11 fouls, Burkina Faso 5. Almost everyone is in this Morocco half. Header! The keeper makes another great save. The ball must have gone out there. Corner kick. In these windy conditions, these long balls are dangerous, Rose.
They are very dangerous, Steve. You might say it's going out, but with the wind, it can be just turned inside your goal. And I'm happy that the keeper has done very well in terms of making sure that she's alert each and every attempt which has been done by this Burkina Faso team.
That corner's poorly taken, though. Bankers, Zeraouli, El Ghanami, well in her own half, the centre forward. That's the sub, Sofia. There's Banka. Ibanka, can she do something to engineer an equaliser for Morocco? That is the physicality that we knew Burkina Faso would have. Good play. Awa wanted to get it over to Jara. Gigan. 6 minutes to go. Taking a water break again, Rose.
Yes, they're having the water break. As you can see, it's showing some tiredness within this Morocco side, because Burkina Faso are always using width in terms of going forward and in terms of making sure they unlock the defense of this Moroccan side.
Both teams will come back tomorrow, either in the final or in the third place match. And it's been an intense week. This is their fourth game. Youngsters are in. Free admission here at the Magoli Stadium. As I say, if you are coming along, you need to collect a free ticket. This is Ghana, isn't it? Oh, Tanzania, yes. Still here, although they're knocked out, both the boys and the girls. But watching the action here. So free admission. First, they'll get a ticket across the road at the Genesis service station. And there are lots of giveaways as well to make it a festive couple of days here at Magoli Stadium. That's Murad, she's the left back for Morocco. They don't have much time now. Jara scored 22 minutes in. Only 4 minutes left, so Morocco just have to go for it, obviously. Nothing to lose at all in this situation. It's Twaleb. El Ghanami pushes it back. Zeraouli, they've given away possession. Danger here. Good tackle that from Wiame.
Do you know the biggest challenge that the Moroccan side is faced today, because the Burkina Faso strikers are very quick in terms of coming to press them, and they're not giving them the room to start from the back. And it has been a problem to this Moroccan side.
Yeah, certainly, and they've been winning most of the challenges, have Burkina Faso. There's another one, Fatoumata Pakmodga. Nobody up that far, though. They're keeping a solid defence back, Burkina Faso. Zeraouli now. Now, if she's onside, this could be interesting for Morocco. Jaoui comes off Banca. But they need to get it into that final third with some intent. And that's going to go out for a goal kick. And now there's just over 2 minutes remaining. So not looking good for Morocco, but as I say, if they can level, we would decide it with a penalty shootout. After this, Uganda against Ghana in girls semi-final 2. Gigan. Pakmodga playing in the centre-forward role now for the Burkinabe.
A little bit of time wasting from the goalkeeper.
Right. Zabre entertaining us there. Jara. Is she going to burst through here? Good challenge. Wiame, she's done plenty of defensive work at the back there. Another challenge one. Yabo for Burkina Faso. Getting the better of that substitute, Jaoui. Playing with urgency, just over a minute to go now for Morocco. Murad. That's an offside.
It's a throw-in.
It's a throw-in, sorry. Zeraouli. 2 goals at the tournament. They need a goal in these dying seconds. Twaleb. Goribe, but that will go in favour of Morocco. This could be their last chance. And as we've been seeing, it's taking quite some time to work the ball up the other end, so they'll go longish over the head of Ibanka, though. Here is Ibanka. Last chance possibly for the Moroccans. El Ghanami. Good play from Boulifa. Now Burkina Faso may have done enough. The 40 minutes are up. Meziane. Boulifa. We continue. Free kick. And that is it. Burkina Faso have won the first semi-final by 1-0. Aminata Jara with a 22nd minute goal. An excellent finish. Complete dominance for Burkina Faso. They are through to the final. Morocco will go into the third place match. Both will be tomorrow. And a deserved victory for Burkina Faso, Rose.
Yeah, they deserved the victory for Burkina Faso from the onset. They've showed it, that they wanted more, and they just did very well, although they missed a lot of chances, but they managed to capitalize the chance that they got in the second half, and it has made them to win this game, and it's very good for them to be in the final for the first time after qualifying.
Red card right at the end there for Wiame, which means she'll miss tomorrow's third place match. That's the first red card of the tournament.
I think they were complaining because that they did not add any minute for that water break, and this is why they were complaining, the Moroccan team.
Yep, so they're devastated. to be honest, they did on paper look to be the weaker of the 4 semi-finalists, so the result is not a surprise. They didn't have a single shot on target. Of course, coming here as Morocco with a huge reputation given their excellent youth setup, but Burkina Faso have outmuscled them. Great finish from Diarra on 22 minutes. It ends Morocco 0, Burkina Faso 1.
As you can see, the unit among
These jerseys aren't 100% polyester. They are 30% lessons learned the hard way, 50% hope, turning threads into memories, 20% triumphs trained and prayed for. This is Africa, 100% made of us.
Rooted in culture, driven by connection. These stories flow between continents, leading a new generation of talent and opportunity. Africa and Europe, together we rise.
What a roller coaster for Morocco this championship has been. They have gone against the odds. They have managed to squeeze their way into that semi-final slot. And after a torrid first half, the second half, they've come out looking good. We've seen them creating their chances, few and far between. But it is this moment, Amanda Tlamini, that mattered the most.
Yep, I think, Chico, it was coming. But of course, we spoke about the chances and how it is that Burkina Faso are just varying their play. And of course, that half-ground attitude in terms of just putting up that aggression on the front foot, it just didn't give Morocco any time or space on the ball.
Coach Gavin, just looking at how this game has transpired, the Moroccan keeper coming up with 1 or 2 very good saves in that second half. Ultimately, it is the front line that will be looked at and questions asked about how they set themselves up and what can be done to at least give these girls the belief going forward.
Chico, you know, I think this whole tournament now, up until now, Morocco has not shown what they did last year. And for me, we kept on saying, you know, they will come out and they will play better because they've got a good technique. And today they didn't do anything different. In fact, they packed their defense. In the first half, they played very conservatively. And in the second half, again, they made 2 or 3 changes. They brought on the number 17, and they could not get the ball to the number 9. In all respect to them, I think Burkina Faso were by far the better team.
Absolutely, but you can say, Amanda, this second half was decent because we'll remember total attempts were 0, on target 0, possession they were outclassed, and you look at the statistics there on the screen and it tells you that they had something changed and they did something right in the second half.
Yeah, 50% each in terms of ball possession. We saw early changes in the second half, and that's where the coach really tried to force a response. But of course, you look at the total attempts on target and the shots on target, 7 for Burkina Faso, 6. And of those, 1 had to land on the net because they were much more of the aggressive team.
Guys, it's very interesting, Coach. You look at this game and you realize it's a learning process. But then you see the final whistle go, you look at the scoreline, you see the Morocco side who broke into tears, inconsolable on the bench. What do you say to these girls?
I think this is where the experience comes when you're working with youngsters, how you project the game before the game and how you talk to them after the game. Win or lose. I always made sure that my young players enjoy the game to its fullest up until win or lose. And when I look at the Moroccan bench now, there was a number 8 girl that got injured.
18, yeah.
18, and the coach told her, you carry on playing. You know, forcing things out of young children, they will not give you their heart. You got to treat them properly. And this is where you find big coaches saying, I put my arm around the player and he died for me. You got to do this constantly with young children in development.
Here's a question for you, Amanda, because this is something you must have passed through. I'm making an assumption here. Have you ever been, I should ask, in a situation where you've lost a game and your emotions are all over the place? Did you get a piece of advice that stuck by you that you could use now, or did you just swim your way through it?
We had to swim our way through it. And I think that's why we have to commend CAF for this sort of competition, because it sets up the players at under 15 already to really deal with, in terms of a loss, the bounce back ability, because the games are so close to each other. At my age, I was never taught this because I went straight into the senior team. So having been the senior team, it's all about you need to deal with the emotions yourself. You need to make sure you put yourself in the team again.
What would you have liked to have heard during that first loss, though? What could lift a player, could lift these girls?
I gave it my all. I was good enough. And there's more games to come. And it's all just really about applying the attitude. Coach says it's all about attitude. And at this age, that's what we always want to see. Whether they lose or win, it's about the attitude and how it is that they come back from this.
Speaking of attitude, it is one of overcoming grief and a loss for Morocco. But for Burkina Faso, it's a situation Amanda pointed out. They're the dark horse. They're the team that no one has been paying attention to, allowed to do their business, find their way into the semi-final, but now eyebrows are raised. They are into that final. How do you talk to your players now?
This is, again, I say, this is how the development and senior is completely different. And what I saw the Burkina Faso players and their coaches do after the game, I've seen them do that before the game. So there's a lot of camaraderie within the Burkina Faso team. And probably I'm right, probably I'm wrong, but they haven't lost yet. So we haven't seen that side of them. But we have seen the side of the Moroccans, and I do think they need to put their arms around their girls, give them a pat on the shoulder. We came this far, we'll come back next year again.
Absolutely. Well, it's Burkina Faso into the final. I have a quick question for you. It's more of a noteworthy point. Well, CAF, it is also about capacity building. The referees we're seeing on the pitch are young, between the ages of 15 and 20. That man at the center showed us what CAF is trying to do. Build for the future where the referees are foolproof, well-experienced, well-tempered, and know how to deal with situations. I saw him walk to the pitch, to the technical area and have a chat with a more seasoned elderly coach from Morocco. Amanda, Kevin, aren't those the kind?
No matter how you show your confidence, make sure you feel great in your skin. Experience next level nourishment for longer than ever with 48-hour moisture. New Nivea Nourishing Cocoa, now with Hyaluron. Skin is for feeling it. Nivea is for skin.
And for sure, we were watching the Moroccan coach. She was up and down and out and in and screaming, you know what I'm saying? So she was very energetic, and I think the referee did the right thing for his age.
Considering his age. Big shout out to the Moroccan coach as well. She took the criticism, took the warning within stride and respected the authority. Amanda, your final words.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's fair play. You have to respect the opposition, you have to respect teammates. Also, the referee's decision is final.
Absolutely, referee's decision is final. And now we have this result in and these fixtures to look forward to. Morocco falling at the hands of a silent yet determined, mechanical even, Burkina Faso. Now it's up to the defending champions who will be in action against the Zambia side that loves to put the ball on the turf. Now there's the game we can look forward to, if any game at all, especially with the space that they'll have on this pitch.
Yep. Two teams that are, I think, very well organized, but really enjoy to use the wide areas. We're going to see lots more crosses. But of course, the discipline in terms of making sure they keep the composure, because at the end of the day, goals win the competition. And we're looking forward to seeing how many goals we're actually going to be thrilled to.
So we have 3 more fixtures coming your way right here on CAF TV, courtesy of the Africa Football Schools Championships that are happening in Zimbabwe. You can take a quick break, as will we. But when your thirst for football comes back, we'll be right here. So see you then.
These jerseys aren't 100% polyester. They are 30% lessons learned the hard way, 50% hope, turning threads into memories, 20% triumphs trained and prayed for. This is Africa, 100% made of us.
Rooted in culture, driven by connection. These stories flow between continents, leading a new generation of talent and opportunity. Africa and Europe, together we rise.
It's the Africa Schools Football Championships live right here in Zimbabwe. What a tournament. Ngoni Stadium, Norton, Zimbabwe is where we are. And you can come in and enjoy yourself some great football as we look at the school-playing children who will be carrying the flags of a nation in years to come. We've already seen one match produce an upset of sorts as Burkina Faso were absolutely dominant against Morocco, leaving the North African side in tears with plenty of lessons to learn. We're hosted by Zimbabwe. They've had plenty of lessons to learn. You'll notice they're not here, nowhere in the fixtures. That's because we're in the semi-final stage and they could not make it, not the boys, neither could the girls. However, for Morocco, both the boys and girls made it, but the girls are out. Burkina Faso are in the final. Who joins them? Zambia or Ghana? That's what we will find out, and then we turn our attention to the likes of Benin, Morocco, Ghana, and Uganda. Well, it's time for you to meet the two ladies who have quite some experience when it comes to playing on this pitch, and one of them when it comes to developing young players on this continent and in this country, which is hosting the 4th edition. Coach Rosemary, good to have you back. As always, been great hearing your thoughts and listening to you walk us through this development of young girls in football. And now, just a quick reaction. You were in commentary when Morocco fell, and it was a heartbreaking moment to see those girls break down. What would you tell them, or what did you tell your girls at that age while you're in charge of under 15?
Thanks, Chico, and good morning, everyone. It was very disheartening. But from the look of things, that we could see that Burkina Faso were on top in every department, being it from the onset until the entire 40 minutes. But to this Moroccan side, my girls, I'll tell them, we have tried our level best this time. Remember, when we went to Ghana last year, we couldn't make it to the semi-finals. And this year, we've managed to be in the semi-finals. So we are a step ahead. We need just to gear up ourselves and make sure we try our level best come next year.
If you're going to avoid the heartbreaking tears of Morocco, for Zambia and for Ghana, something has to be done. What kind of a game do you expect here, Amanda?
Tightly contested. I think this is probably the favorites of the tournament, Zambia and Ghana. Tactically very disciplined, very organized defensively, and two teams that enjoy playing the ball. So we certainly will be entertained to those combination plays, the confidence on the ball. That's what we want to see at this stage. But I'm certainly excited to see Ufida Muzua. I think she's on 4 goals for the tournament and probably going out for that top goal scorer of the tournament.
Actually, let's talk about the pitch. It's bigger now as they walk in just a moment. It's a bigger pitch. From a coach's perspective, does that change your game from how you played it at Gateway and also from a player's perspective, both of you?
As for me, I will tell them that at least the pitch is now wider. Let's try by all means to create more space on those wide areas, and let's work as a team in terms going forward, a quick combination play going forward, and make sure when we lose the possession, we need to tuck in to make sure that we don't leave those spaces in the middle of the park, which is very dangerous for us. If we lose that possession in the middle of the park, it can end up in a goal.
Amanda?
Coach is talking about my favorite position, that midfield. That middle of the park, I'm thinking about space. I'm looking at the passes, the weight of the pass, and you're certainly going to see that from the Ghana team, the combination, the captain, fantastic. But also, I think Zambia have the ability as well.
We promise a very good game. As you can see right there, Zambia making their way into this semi-final place, having to deal with the hosts easily to speak. Morocco fell to Zambia. Zambia yet to lose a game, yet to drop a point rightfully here in the semi-finals. Ghana, though, started off with a 6-0 thumping of Guinea. Then they beat Tanzania. And now Burkina Faso, the only time that Ghana have lost, they'll be hoping that that isn't a habit that they develop. Interesting matchup. What do you expect to see?
A very entertaining football from the two teams. They are very technical. They've got the technical ability and the tactical ability. but it's the team that wants it more in terms of converting their chances. It's going to win this game.
Tight numbers. Ghana scored 8 goals so far in the tournament. Zambia has scored 7. So we're certainly hoping to see what the scoreline will be at the end of the match.
All right, well, it's a match that is years for the feasting as we look for the second finalists in this edition of the Africa Schools Football Championships. Live from CAF TV is the one and only Ghana, defending champions, up against Zambia. Next.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Zambia. And now the national anthem of Ghana.
For quite an encounter here, Zambia against Ghana, semi-final 2 in the girls' competition at the CAF African Schools Football Championship. The winner will meet Burkina Faso in the final tomorrow after Burkina Faso beat Morocco 1-0 in the early game today. We're at Ngoni Stadium in Norton, about 45 minutes outside of Harare. We've moved from Gateway High School to this spacious, expansive venue. Lovely pitch here. Zambia in their famous orange and black, copper and black. It's their debut appearance at the tournament. Ghana, the defending champions. 2 wins and a defeat to get to this stage. Zambia unbeaten, 3 wins from 3. And they got the tournament top scorer, Fidza Muzua, jersey number 19. 4 goals for her thus far. Also watch out for Hilda Kangwa. She was the player of the tournament in the CASAFA qualifiers for this competition. Winfrieda Mutale, also a great shot stopper that Zambia have. And they've looked generally really well organised. For Ghana, the Black Damsels, Janet Zikpi up front, partnering Jennifer Awuku. Jennifer was player of the tournament last year, still in at this age group this year as well. So she's got to be a big factor for them. Captain Christiana Ashiaku, 2 goals in qualifying. Captain for Zambia is Rebecca Mbutao. A referee from Djibouti, Ali Bawago. The assistants from Ethiopia, Algeria and Lesotho, all part of the 5-day young referees course for referees aged 15 to 20 that took place for 5 days ahead of the kickoff of this tournament. So coach for Ghana, Sandra Boache, is Chisala Chibesa, the Zambia coach. Referee from Djibouti says we are nearly good to go. Overcast conditions right now, partly sunny day, and it's breezy here at the Morzingoni Stadium. Kevin Johnson is with me, decades of experience as a coach in South Africa and beyond. Your thoughts on this one, Kevin?
Yeah, for me, you have the defending champions, and when I watched them last year, they did very well to win the tournament. But the surprise is the Zambians. They've won all 3 their games, and they really play some good football. And I think this pitch is going to be good for the Zambians. It's a bigger pitch than the ones we played on at Gateway, and the Zambian girls look better. So I think they're going to do a good thing using this pitch. Whether they can beat the Ghanaians, because I know the Ghanaians are physically strong. They have a lot of physicality about them, and they also have a good fight in them going forward. And champions, they're going to push the Zambian team to the best. But we hope the best team wins today, and we see some good football between these two nations.
Yes, indeed. Nice war cry there from the Black Damsels of Ghana. 11:40 local time, this game kicks off. So there for Zambia, 14, the captain, Rebecca Mbutao. Number 5 at the back with the headband is Catherine Cabwela. Short for a central defender. She's come in as a late change for Loveless Daka on the lineup. Coach Chisala Chibesa, lots of instructions for her girls. 3 wins from 3, far superior to Zimbabwe's young mighty warriors in their last group game. For Ghana, Belinda Kapente there. They might be setting up in a 3-5-2. There's a back 3 they've got there, yeah. Kevin. I haven't seen much of that at this tournament. So 3-5-2, the formation for Ghana by the looks of it.
Yes, that's what we see, Steve. Or 3-3-4 could be. Ghana.
3-3-4.
They're going very attacking wise.
Wow. 6-0 winners over Guinea in their opening game. They were devastating there. We're still ahead of kickoff time by a minute or so. Number 4 there for Ghana's Black Damsels. Janet Zikpi. Jennifer Awuku also up front. We'll see how this formation pans out.
But in saying that, Steve, I look at Zambian coach, and she's giving tactical instructions 2 minutes before the game. As a player, as a young player in development, I think it goes in one ear and comes out the other ear.
Right.
You need to have
too
done
late.
This.
Yeah. But maybe they might be seeing the back 3 there and looking at how they're going to adjust, maybe, yeah?
Yeah, in one moment, but they're not kicking off. If they had the kickoff, then I would think yes. But they're not kicking off. Ghana is kicking off.
Yes, they are. Ghana in the white colours. The Black Damsels. We're still a tad early, few seconds ahead. Free admission to watch the games here at Ngoni Stadium in Norton. If you want to come along, first collect a free ticket from the Genesis service station, which is just outside this stadium in the Ngoni suburb of Norton. 4 matches are on today. Boys semi-finals follow this. Burkina Faso beat Morocco 1-0 in the early kickoff. Still not hit 11:40 local time yet. Fourth official now tells the referee from Djibouti, Ali, that we're just about good to go. Ghana kick us off in the all-white colours, attacking the goal to your left. It's Zambia's 11 in their orange and black colours. Zambia versus Ghana. 3 wins from 3 for Zambia. The Black Damsels are the defending champions. As Kevin says, we'll see how they adjust to the bigger pitch. This is a full-size pitch in this second semi-final. So 19 is one to look out for. Fidza Muzua with a long ponytail for Zambia, partnering her up front, Nampemba and Hilda Kangwa. Number 10 is Kangwa. She's right side of a front 3. Muzua wins possession for Zambia in these early exchanges. They'll get it back though with Ashiaku. 2 goals for Ashiaku at the tournament. Yeah, they certainly are adjusting to the conditions here after 3 days of action at the Gateway High School in Harare. Captain gets it, Ashiaku. How you work the ball forward is going to be key. Catherine Cabuela, the number 5, so she's in at right back for Zambia, one of the smaller players on the field, and Bertha Daka also there. There's a testing cross. Wasn't going to be easy to get it on target from that angle, though.
That's a nice attack from Ghana, but I also believe, Steve, that when you're down on the pitch, because of the windy conditions, Ghana is playing with the wind at the back now, and maybe we could see a little bit of a change in the tactic approach by playing a little bit of a long ball now and then.
The hotshot striker is through here. Fidza Muzua. Yeah, she's lively. You can see why. She's got 4 goals in the tournament. Corner kick to Zambia. 2 minutes played here at the Morzangoni Stadium. The sun has come out now. Yesterday was a chillier day, but warmer but blustery here in Norton. Finals are on here tomorrow as well. Zambia keeping 3 back on the halfway line, lest they get caught out. Good in swinger, and Musa and deals with it. How can they break here? Let's see. But good work there from Rebecca Mbutao. That's Rebecca, the captain. Blessing Tete, 19, right side of that defence. So Muzua and Kangwa both roaming around up front for Zambia. Fairly even in these first 3 minutes as they give chase. Janet Zigpi. Already Zambia coach pointing lots of instructions, as Kevin was saying. That's well won. What can the Black Damsels work from here? Ashiaku. They move it around. Kapente. Can't keep it in though, Kevin.
No, I don't see any of the teams, both of them not able to put their foot on the ball as yet and take control of the game. Although Ghana has been going forward quite a bit, but there's no real team that's put their foot on the ball and dictated the pace of the game. Wow!
She's won it back. Referees allowed the play, and what a golden opportunity that was. Jessica Benny surely should have put that in the back of the net.
Normally when players score those goals, you tell yourself they have ice in their veins. And when you get that opportunity and you fluff it, then you don't have the ice. But you have to keep yourself calm. Because it's a mistake. You don't expect that. But this is where you got to make sure you have the ice in your veins.
Outside of the foot. No foul there. Keeper made the mistake. And then she took it away cleanly. But the shot's off target. Ghana with an early opportunity here on semi-finals day at the CAF African Schools Football Championships. Could be 1-0 in favour of Ghana. But Zambia escape. Kangwa. So Kangwa, highly rated, outstanding in qualifying. Zambia, the COSAFA champions. Musa gets a bit of distance on that. That's the one who had the chance just now, Jessica Benny. Zambia have looked pretty organised and disciplined in the group stage, but they've got a much bigger test here. Yusuf came forward from the back for Ghana, who do look very strong, I'd say, Kevin.
Oh, Ghana? Yes, they've always been, last year they were very strong as well, Steve, and this year they're strong, but they had a better midfielder in their team, and I don't know if she's back, but they had a better midfielder who was able to control the game, the speed, the pace of the game, and I think you alluded to this early on. The pitch is a little bit wider.
Yeah.
And it's a PSL pitch, so we expect them to use a little bit more energy. I've noticed in the game before that they had water breaks.
Yes, indeed. About 13 minutes in, so we'll see
I don't know if that is because of the size of the pitch.
Yeah.
Because it's not weather for water breaks. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I only think of it now as the size of the pitch.
Because it's tiring, yeah. Here's Ashiaku. Kpente. Good run. Things just tripped herself there. Did Azimpaga.
She's claiming a kick.
So goalless here. She's up. She's okay. Ghana coached by Sandra Boache. There's a lovely story on the CAF Online website about her. Her sister Portia Boache is the captain of the senior team. That's a testing one and it's in! And Ghana have taken the lead. Speculative, and it works. The Black Damsels go ahead, 7 minutes in.
If I say, and I said this in the game before, that I don't know if Ghana scored a goal like this before, but this is about the third goal we see in this tournament like this. Yesterday, we've seen one that Morocco scored, and we've seen one that Tanzania scored, I think. The mistake that the goalkeepers make is that they don't read the game properly from where they are on their line. And again, I said this earlier in our game, Steve, they playing with the wind, Ghana. So I said they might try this.
Well, look at that. I mean, she scooped it over the head of the keeper. A cute angle. That was earlier on the penalty shout. That's the goal. High up there, over the head. And it's a strategy that often works at this level, at this age group. Testing the goalkeeper from range because they can't always handle it. Ghana lead, 8th-minute goal. Blessing Tete. And Zambia, 3 wins out of 3, have got work to do in this second semi-final. So Blessing Tete, it is who's got the goal. That's a goal from a defender as well, so good contribution. This is Catherine Cabuela with the headband. They can be disciplined at the back, Zambia. Chest control, Fidzo Muzua. But this has been a big confidence booster for Ghana. Brought down from behind with quite a scream that we could hear there. Ashiaku. Could hear her screaming in pain even up here at the top of the stands.
When I look at the Ghanaians, maybe a little bit of tactical awareness, they really want to attack the left side of the Zambian team. And the Zambia, exactly, I think it's their captain, Steve.
Yeah, it is.
The one with the ponytails?
It's Ashiaku, Christiana, yeah.
She's the captain, right?
Yes.
And they keep on looking for her. So
Yeah.
they need to bring her into the game a little bit quicker, probably more deeper, and then they can attack Zambia. But the Zambians have come back in this tournament, have they not, Steve?
Yeah, they've been fighting, they've been battling, and getting those 3 victories. They've done everything that they need to. Against Zimbabwe, they were 3-0 up in their last game and conceded late on. So Ashiaku will have a bit of attention. Long way to go. Halfway through the first half is 20 minutes each way. Free kick to Ghana from a very long way out. And Mavis Koa is going to try testing the keeper, but it doesn't dip down in time from long range. I was telling you a lovely story on the CAF Online website about the Ghana coach, Sandra Boache. Her sister Portia Boache is the current captain of the senior women's team, but the two of them, the two sisters, play together at the Under-17 World Cup when they won bronze back in 2012. You can read the whole story on the CAF Online website. Blessing Tete got the goal. Zambia need to up their game, certainly. So this leading striker not getting much of the ball at all, Fidzu Muzua. But they'll come. There is Muzua. That first touch was poor, though. Ghana on top at the moment. Zikipi. Zikpi does well. Awoku. And a forceful challenger from Rebecca Mbutao, the Zambia captain. End to end at the moment. Muzua is the target. That's dealt with by Blessing Tete, the goal scorer. Still these 3 centre-backs for Ghana.
The game is being played on the right-hand side of Ghana and on the left-hand side of Zambia.
Up there in the stands, some of the teams watching on. Looks like Uganda are there. 12 minutes played in the first half. Jane Muitwa. Lots of running we're seeing from Awuku. Rather aimless ball because you got 1 against 3 there with those 3 centre-backs. They'll come again, the Black Damsels. Good ball, Jessica Benny. Jessica, poor cross though, and Catherine Cabuela will clear. Muzua wins a free kick.
Yeah, but if you think about it, Steve, Ghana is showing why they're the defending champions. They're really holding the ball well. I think if you look at the stats now, they could have the majority of the stats in ball possession.
I was pretty surprised that Burkina Faso beat them in their final group game. Referee's going to check the injured player here. That's Azim Paga. Because Ghana were devastating 6-0 winners over Guinea in their first game. And I was surprised that they went on to lose to Burkina Faso. We've got a substitution coming up. So from Ada High School is Jessica Benny.
Yeah, but if you see, Steve, Burkina Faso are in the final.
Yep. Maybe they'll meet again tomorrow.
Yes.
Zikpi has come off for Ghana. We just confirmed that it's coming off. We'll confirm that for you in a moment. Full of running is Awuku. Ashiaku. Lovely ball. Still they'll go. Kapente. Ashiaku again. Lovely play. Ashiaku! Did everything except the final touch there, Kevin.
The build-up before this, I thought was really good. And as we said before in the games, the number 17 is really, really a good player for Ghana. and she lays the pass nicely to the one player who opens up well, but just not able to take a proper shot on target. Is this for Ghana?
Janet Zikpi taken off for Ibrahim Barikatu.
Is this for Ghana, Steve?
Yeah, that's a Ghana substitution.
Number?
There's the break. So off there was number 4, Janet Zikpi, and Ibrahim, number 12, on. There she is. Cooling break, water break, or probably think more of a energy restoration break. Ghana leading, Blessing Tete. 8 minutes in. We'll take a short break on this larger pitch here at the Morzengoni Stadium.
Is that Ghana taking off their one centre-back?
Zikpi, who they've taken off, she was playing up front, so...
I mean up front, sorry.
Yeah.
The one striker.
So they'll take a bit of water. Ghana, at the moment, comfortably in charge, and Zambia, plenty of time to turn things around. Fidza Muzua, the main striker, with her 4 goals in the tournament, but they haven't got it to her much. Hilda Kangwa, not much influence either. And they've had more defending to do than opportunities for attacking, have Zambia.
I think you have to give the technical staff or the TSG a hands up for the cooling break.
Right.
Because it's not really boiling hot, but because of the age of these players. And we want to keep the game as high as possible. So you give them a water break for 1 minute at 10 minutes each half. It's really a good motivation for them to keep the players, to keep the game at a certain level, Steve.
And they've got to come and play tomorrow as well in either the final or the third place match. So 5 games over 5 days. Yesterday was a rest day for those teams that made it through to the semi-finals. So Christiana Ashiak, who's looking very hot for Ghana. That individual effort, but a poor shot that went over the bar. She's got 2 goals so far. See if she can add to it, as the Black Damsels have the 1 goal advantage. 7 for Zambia, Jane Mwitwa. Still the number 19, Fidza Muzua, up there very much as the central striker for Zambia. Tembo with a nice touch. There's Nampemba also on the left side of attack for Zambia, not really getting much. That's well won. Beats the captain there. Got past Rebecca Mbutao. Ghana on top at the moment. It's only 2 minutes to go to half-time then. Zambia substitution is coming up. Now, do they have the pace here? Coming from some way off, though, was Muzua. And Fadzia will get there first. Fadila Musa, the keeper. That went out, surely. Substitution, double substitution coming up for Zambia.
Jersey number 12, Jane Chinwa comes out, replaced by jersey number 8, Christine Mwali.
12 is out.
And Christine Mwale, 8, comes on. Christine Mwale for Jane Chirwa, midfielders.
Yeah.
And there was another substitution as well. We just to confirm that hasn't happened yet, though. So that was a single substitution. Headed back, that one, by Mavis Koa. Strong at the back. Yusuf with that ball forward. They work it around well to the Black Damsels. As in Paga. They're testing this Zambia defence. They really are, and they're going to win it back. It's hoofed out by Naomi Tembo. Zambia having to deal with pressure. Dying seconds of the first half. We did have the cooling break, so might be a minute added on. Now we are going to see the second Zambia substitution. Hilda Kangwa.
Jersey number 10, Hilda Kangwa comes out.
Peggy Banda, she scored against Zimbabwe in their last group game. Replaces Hilda Kangwa. That's a good call because Hilda's been ineffective. But that is half-time. It's Ghana leading through Blessing Tete's good effort, 8 minutes in, as she managed to put the ball over the head of the keeper from an acute angle. And Ghana really have been better in all departments, I'd say, in this first half, Kevin.
Yeah, I think, Steve, for what it's worth, again, they show why the champions of this tournament. But at the same time, I'm giving them credit and saying they're playing with a wind at their backs. And they are doing that, but they've been building up very well on the right-hand side of the screen. They're using that lane a lot. Zambia have got nothing to lose in the next half. They've got to come out and play.
Certainly.
And score the goal.
Will it turn around in the second half? Half-time here in Norton. Zambia 0, Ghana 1.
These jerseys aren't 100% polyester. They are 30% lessons learned the hard way, 50% hope, turning threads into memories, 20% triumphs dreamed and prayed for. This is Africa, 100% made of us.
Rooted in culture, driven by connection. These stories flow between continents, leading a new generation of talent and opportunity. Africa and Europe, together we rise.
Well, it is currently 1-0, the defending champions showing exactly why they are the team that came into this one slight favorites. Opportunities created, they are looking great in that midfield. Something, Amanda Dlamini, you were talking about.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that trio and that midfield are really working hard to make sure that all the turnovers, they really try to play them out wide. And because the game is so tightly contested, it had to take a moment of individual brilliance to break the mold for Ghana. And of course, they take the lead. Stunning crack of a goal.
Coach, what did you make of that midfield battle and how the two teams have used the width, considering how many times you saw Ghana coming in with those crosses?
As for Ghana, they've done very well in terms of creating that space. And also in the middle of the park, they're winning possession each and every time. And there is the team that settled earlier on. And if you can see the goal that they scored, the one who just lofted that ball made sure that the keeper is not positioned correctly, and the keeper was covering the near post instead of staying in the middle of the park. And Ghana have created more chances, and they've utilized that, and we hope they'll carry on to make sure that they win this game.
Oof, look at that. I love the way she put it on her right foot, tried to curl that ball with the inside of her right boot, but it didn't go. If there's any player that has caused the most problems for the Zambian team, and I dare say for any team in this competition, has to be Ghana's midfielder, number 17.
Yeah, Captain Fantastic. She just takes charge of that midfield, very dominant, also very quite clear and assertive in what she wants to do. They're taking that individual role, contributing to the ball possession of 67 because they hold that ball possession and really try to circulate it amongst the teammates.
Absolutely great distribution. They needed just one shot on target to secure that goal. It was a blessing to have Sete on their side, and here we are, Zambia trailing the defending champions 1-0. And from the numbers, Coach Rosemary, it could be a problem going into the second half.
It's going to be a bit of a problem to the Zambian team in terms of not keeping the possession, which they need to do, and maybe to fight a little bit harder in terms of regaining that possession. Also in their attack, they are attacking with a thin number, which is the number 19, who's most of the time alone. They need to add more numbers going forward. Let them be patient enough and build from the back and see how to unlock this organized Ghanaian team. We are always having their sweeper number 8, who's very comfortable on the ball timing, be it on the ground, be it on the floor. She has managed to deal with all the balls that is coming across to her.
Ladies, just a quick one. We've seen a lot of changes happening from the Zambia side, and this is something Coach Kevin would love because he wants players to experience it. But what do you think the coach is trying to do here now?
I think forcing really much of a reaction. We were actually chatting with Coach that it reminds you of the rolling subs, and of which maybe the coach should have looked at the clock and maybe introduced the subs maybe later on and get the instructions. But for me, it's really to up the tempo and maybe give a little bit more aggression for Zambia.
Coach, your thoughts?
My thoughts are they're just the same as Amanda, because it was only 2 minutes left before the half time. So there was no need of her to introduce those two players, maybe to wait for the half time and maybe back a few instructions and exactly what he's expecting them to do during the second half. But maybe she's under pressure and wanting to come back as quickly as possible. But 2 minutes to go, you need to just to be calm and wait for the half time to make sure you give them the instructions. And before the game, when they started, I saw her with some cones trying to back a few instructions, but it's too late to change the system that you have said during your training sessions until you have to read the game before. Then you can maybe change those instructions during or after the game during the first half.
Absolutely. Thank you very much to the ladies. One coach well known here in Zimbabwe, and one a legend. Speaking of legends, from all the way from Tunisia, big names coming out to support this CAF Africa Schools Football Championship initiative. There's a man who will be well known on the African continent, plied his trade, and behind him in the cap is the man who scored the first goal on African soil, the 2010 World Cup. Zipiwe Shabalala in the house, Promoja na agents all over, all looking at the future of games. Commentary takes over now for the second half.
So then, Ghana dominant in the first half. Blessing Tete scoring in the 8th minute. Sun is out now here at the Morzangoni Stadium in Norton. Ghana in the white colours, the defending champions. Are they heading through to the final again? Zambia, the debutants, the most impressive team in the group stage. But they now have a lot of work to do with this 1-goal deficit. With the ball there is Fidza Muzua. Number 8 also in there for Zambia. Mwale, she came on as a sub. They made that substitution right at the end of the first half. 2 there for Ghana, Belinda Kapente. They have been playing with 3 at the back, which has been effective, and they've had lots to offer coming forward to have Ghana. Right, just waiting for the referee. So, blustery conditions. The wind is in the favour of Zambia this time. After the break, referee from Djibouti, referees from all over here at the tournament, and they had this 5-day course for young referees. Djibouti, Mauritania, Ghana, Lesotho, Uganda, Zimbabwe, all over getting experience here at the CAF African Schools Football Championship. "20 minutes for Zambia to turn things around. 20 minutes for Ghana to maintain their grip on the game. So Fizumuzua kicks us off for Zambia as they attack the goal to the left of your picture with the wind behind them, as Kevin says. Remember, that goal came from an acute angle from long range that went over the head of the keeper from Blessing Tete, and it's a good strategy. It's Mwale. Zambia looking for something early on in the second half. The wind has blown up a bit now, actually, so it will definitely be an advantage for Zambia. Main striker up front, Ibrahim for Ghana now. She stays up on the halfway line. Muzua is the target. Afidzo Muzua. Still to get a meaningful goal attempt, though, Zambia. Rebecca Mutau, the captain. Physical challenge, no foul, though, says our ref from Djibouti. Muzua still lurking up there. Nampemba also one to watch out for in the Zambia strike force. Now Ghana will get the ball in the other half for the first time in this second period. Azimpaga. She's got injured there, has Azimpaga. Referee allows play to continue. Mbutao. And she's actually up. Benny. She had a shot in the first half, Jessica Benny. 2 minutes into the second half. Fairly promising start from Zambia, but still to construct something of substance, Kevin.
Yes, but like I said earlier on, Steve, looks like Zambia is using the wind behind the back and just like I said in the first, in the break, Steve, Zambia could be using the wind to get forward, but again, they're struggling to do anything constructive now, and I look at Ghana and they are able to put the ball on the floor and play those little 1-2s.
Azimpaga with that run. Zambia generally pretty strong in defence and organised. Blessing Tete scored after 8 minutes. If it ends level, we'll have a penalty shootout. We did have one in the placement games yesterday, which DR Congo won. Referee blows for that in favour of Ghana. Belinda Kapente came down. Subs for Ghana include the impressive Margaret Tawia, who got 2 goals and an assist in the first game where they beat Guinea 6-0. Zambia have made a couple of substitutions already. Nothing comes from that. Azimpaga on the right side looking quite dangerous for Ghana. Jessica Benny on the other. Wind is carrying that ball a bit. Ashiaku. Really instrumental for Ghana is Ashiaku. Muzua came off her hand. Accidental, says the referee. Right then, can they work something here? Nampemba. And Nampemba can't get her way past Blessing Tete. Substitution coming up for Ghana shortly. Tete, it's her goal that sees Ghana ahead in the game. So Ghana very much on top of things here. Awuku. Ibrahim, the main target up front for the Black Damsels. Not seeing many scoring opportunities. Here's Kapente. Ashiaku might have done better from there.
Free kick.
Yeah, it's a game of few clear-cut chances, really, to be fair, isn't it, Kevin?
Yes, Steve, but I think Ghana are prepared to put the ball on the floor and try some substitution, some 1-2 players, 1-2 play in between the lines, and they move in. And again, I say this, Zambia have changed their strategy. They're going a bit long every time they can.
So substitution then for
this is
Ghana.
Sorry to come in, but this is a girl, I think, that was part of the Ghanaian winning team last year. I have to see her touch the ball, Steve.
Right.
I'll tell you.
Esther Kisiwa, 18. Let's see what she is going to do in these blustery conditions here. Belinda Kapente. This could be dangerous here. Something for Zambia to deal with. It's Kapente. It's a deep one. Keeper has committed. Yeah. Mutale. I think she lost track of the ball there, but they survive. 1-0 Ghana have the advantage. Blessing Tete's 8th minute goal. Ibrahim. Muzua. She's got 3 defenders to get past, bustling the centre forward, but it's not been her day thus far, Muzua. Ghana coach, not happy, Sandra Boache, but as it stands, the title defence very much on. So besides Muzua up front for Zambia, we got Nampemba, jersey 13. Peggy Banda, jersey number 6. She's on the edge of the area there, but she hasn't had much impact thus far. 7 minutes gone already in the second half. Muscling in there. Jane Mwitwa. Mwitwa with the throw. Ashiaku. Composed. Oh, lovely from Ashiaku. It's a beautiful ball as well. Good build up this. The Pente.
Wow.
Oh, she's good, isn't she? Christina Ashiaku, the Ghana captain. And they're winning balls. They're dominating here. Blessing Tete, the scorer. At the moment, they look too good for Zambia.
Definitely, Steve, they combine better, they help each other better, they have a good compact defense, they're not just kicking the ball out of defense, they're actually trying to build the ball, and they're looking a lot better than Ghana, than Zambia.
Yeah, there's that speculative strategy again, which, as we were saying, has worked several times at this tournament, although it was taken cleanly that time by Mutale. Boys semi-finals follow this game. Ashiaku continues to really boss the midfield for Ghana. Koa. Kapente.
The captain of Ghana, the 17, really, really good player. She's the one that I think they're trying to go through all the time, because she holds the ball very well, and she plays very, very, very good through passes.
Very impressive, Christiana Ashiaku. Free kick to the Black Damsels. Ibrahim leaves that for Belinda Kapente. Still, they keep 3 players back on the halfway line, Ghana, so they're being a little cautious, careful, circumspect. So promising one, can they finish it off? Oh, it has to be punched over by goalkeeper Winfrieda Mutale.
Good save, good save, good save. Very good save, Steve.
Yep. Dangerous free kick from Belinda Kapente.
As a development, I like to commend the player who headed the ball.
Yeah.
Because she heads down.
Right. Kapente again with the set piece from the corner this time. Inside out. Great skills. Could have been 2 still chances here for the Black Damsels. But it's packed with Zambia defenders there. Kapente. She can get another crossover. So it's going to be a corner. Oh, Zambia are living dangerously. It's a goal kick. How close was it that time then?
Very, very, very close. I think it's just a slight technical.
Yeah, they survived.
The young girl, Steve, the number 13, makes a very, very good technique.
Yeah, that's Ayek Poe. Lovely with the ball at her feet, eh?
Very good technique.
It's day 4 action of the CAF African Schools Football Championship. We're in the town of Norton for the last 2 days. Finals are on tomorrow. Ghana, the defending champions in this girls section. Blessing Tete with the goal that separates the 2 teams. A chance here for Zambia. Squeeze the ball through. Fadila Musa to the rescue. And Muzua put it across. Well, that could have been a very costly error. Couldn't it, Kevin?
Yes, for sure, Steve. If the goalkeeper doesn't keep an eye on the ball, there's 2 Zambian players that are completely open. And it's just a tap in for them.
Sure. They'll win another ball in midfield. Ashiaku. I think just thinking of going from range. Plenty of space in the middle of the park. Now Zambia playing with a lot of impetus because we're into the final 8 minutes here.
This is where they scored their first goal from, huh?
Yeah.
More or less this position. Not Zambia, but Ghana scored the goal from this area.
Over on this side. Catherine Cabwella. It's a high-ish one. Muzua. Muzua not able to add to her goal tally today as yet, at least. Mwale with the throw. Muzua. On top of the crossbar.
Wow.
That's the closest that Zambia have come.
Wow, what a let off for the Zambians.
Was the keeper beaten? That could have sailed over her head. Slightly resembling the Ghana goal in the first half. Fidza Muzua with that effort. Now Ghana motor forward once again here. Ibrahim and Kisiwa. Now the more Ghana can keep the ball, the better their chances of preserving the lead. So Ashiaku. It's got to be a foul on Ashiaku, no doubt about that. Mwale, the offender. Referee says, I'll give you a yellow card next time. A referee from Djibouti. But she's playing so well, Christiana Ashiaku, that she's going to draw challenges like that from her frustrated opponents. Okay, they nearly scored from a set piece a couple of minutes back.
The 17 of Ghana, very, very good awareness of football.
Mavis Koa, Ashiaku. Foul from behind.
See what you done, Steve?
She's won the free kick.
Deliberately pushed the ball on the side,
all right,
so she can get the committed the defender to attack, to defend.
So a word from a referee from Djibouti. So draws the foul. Christiana Ashiaku. What a prospect she is. Is she going to be playing for the Black Queens one day?
We should do some research and find out if she played last year.
Yeah. Kapente. She's been really good from the set pieces on this side. We're in the final 5 minutes. Belinda Kapente. Another dangerous looking one. Headed down again by Koa. Mavis Koa with that attempt. Zambia need to break with some intent. Muzua. She's getting most of the balls up front. Nampemba, not so much for Zambia. Muzua again. Runs out of space though. Runs out of options. Free kick is given to Ghana. Only 4 minutes left now.
That is good play from Zambia. Good trying to go forward. But I think just the last pass on the right-hand side was just not good enough.
So a break given, a cooling break for the players on this large field. Energy sapping it is. Not very long though for Zambia to find a solution now. Christiana Ashiaku, the 17 for Ghana, has been outstanding. Also good from the set pieces, Belinda Kapente in the second half. Zambia, 3 victories from 3 in the group stage. But it's looking like it's going to be a different story here. But equaliser would take us to penalties. That's the whistle to end the cooling break. Zambia beats the DRC 3-1. They beat Zimbabwe 3-1. They beat Morocco 1-0.
They scored that goal late.
Yeah. 7 goals scored. Only 2 conceded. But unless they can turn it around, they're heading out in the semi-finals. The winner plays Burkina Faso. The loser will play Morocco for 3rd place tomorrow. The sun has come out now here in Norton. So just over 2 minutes plus probably a minute of stoppage time we'll have here. Coach Chisala Chibesa, is there going to be something late for her team? Ibrahim trying to burst through here. Too many defenders there. So they're moving players forward swiftly, Ghana. Is there a break on here for Zambia? They won't get many more chances. Mavis Koa with the clearance. Strong centre-back, the number 3, Mavis Koa, who had that header on target just now as well from that corner. Bertha Daka wins that challenge. Not long left now. The defending champions heading into the final, unless we have late drama. They've only really got to manage things now, haven't they, Kevin, from here?
That's the real management. I don't know who teaches these people.
All right.
Yeah, I think Ghana have got a minute left now, Steve, to make sure that they're able to challenge the trophy of last year.
Yeah, Zambia won't get many more chances now. Kisiwa, the 18 over on the right. Kapente, that's Ashiaku. Oh, that's on target as well. Well worked that from Ghana. Excellent stuff. Belinda Kapente with the effort, which is repelled, and Zambia are still in with a chance. Can they find something in these dying seconds? Ashiaku, though. Lovely diagonal ball. What are they going to do this time? Can she go all the way? Almost deflected in by Ibrahim.
And that's it.
40 minutes are up. We'll get a few seconds, probably because of the cooling break. There was an offside there, by the way, so it wouldn't have counted. That is it. Final whistle goes. Ghana are through to the final. They will play Burkina Faso tomorrow. Zambia, despite having won all their group games, go out, and they'll face Morocco in the third-place match here at the Morzengoni Stadium. It was Blessing Tete in the 8th minute from an acute angle, high ball over the goalkeeper. The only goal of the game. But Ghana certainly were the better side. Zambia's dream run has come to an end, and the defending champions are on course for back-to-back titles. As it ends here, Zambia 0, Ghana 1.
These jerseys aren't 100% polyester. They are 30% lessons learned the hard way, 50% hope, turning threads into memories, 20% triumphs dreamed and prayed for. This is Africa, 100% made of us.
Rooted in culture, driven by connection. These stories flow between continents, leading a new generation of talent and opportunity. Africa and Europe, together we rise.
Midfield, but of course also trying to get those crosses, but a tightly contested game which really needed a goal, a stunner of a goal to separate the two.
Coach, interesting. We did see Zambia come alive in the second half. They did create some chances or offered some form of a threat, but ultimately it seemingly can be said it was a Ghana game to win or lose.
It's unfortunate if you have got so many chances, the few chances that you create, and if you don't utilize them, you are bound to win the game. But the second half, it was a well-contested game between the two teams. As you have seen that Zambia a little bit improved on their ball position to 36, and also they had one target at goal, which is very good. Also, the passing rate, it increased to 50%. It's unfortunately they had one corner kick, and that shows in the second half it was a better team, and they geared up with the substitutes which were introduced by the coach during the last 2 minutes of the game. They did played very well in the second half, and maybe if he had started with the same team, it was going to be a different game. But Ghana did well by winning that by having utilized that chance that they got. And
absolutely, look at those numbers. I mean, it's astounding how dominant Ghana were in this game and how much control they had. One key thing is the referee will be having quite the smile on her her face. Very little for her to do, and that's the kind of game you want as a referee. One that you just follow, not control.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think look at the corners, one apiece, means that the girls really kept the ball in possession quite more often and much longer. The total passes for Ghana, 137. That just means total control, confidence on the ball, and really the patient build-up. But of course, for me, it has to be that one stat, that one goal. I think that was one fantastic goal. Tightly contested match, and usually the match is tightly contested in open play. It's either a set piece or a moment of individual brilliance, and that's what we want to see. The young girls really taking the responsibility and making it count.
Amanda, Coach Rosemary, now that we know the two teams that are into the final, we'll talk about them in just a moment, but it was very interesting, the contrasting reaction. Morocco secluded themselves, broke into tears, and you could see what this meant to the girls. Zambia joined Ghana on the center of the pitch and had a huddle together.
That shows sportsmanship, and Zambia just qualified for these finals this year. And I think they're saying that they did well in terms of getting to the semi-finals, and they just want to go back home and rectify the mistakes that they encountered today. And maybe come next year, 2027, they'll want to push a little bit further, getting into the final. And it's a plus to Zambia. You know, if you beat South Africa, the dominance of the southern region in the under 15 and under 17, that shows that they've done something great in Zambia in terms of their development. So it's a plus to the Zambian team, and this is why they had to have this friendship hug with the defending champions, by the way, and losing 1-0 to the defending champions. That shows the character within the Zambian team. That shows the resilience to want to win it. And unfortunate, Ghana won today, but it was a very good game, especially the second half of the Zambian team.
Absolutely. What a game we had on our hands. Two games, identical score lines, 2 goals scored for both the teams that are in the final, Burkina Faso and the defending champions, Ghana. What are we looking forward to? Looking at the contrast in play, both of them physically capable. We saw Burkina Faso earlier on. You saw Ghana. What kind of matchup are you looking for?
The same as this semi-final, very tightly contested. I think two teams very well organized defensively. I think very well astute in terms of Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso not that as much technical in terms of just the patient build-up, but they use the athleticism, very quick on the ball, very precise in what they want to do, very efficient as well. But I think for Ghana, it's all about control, the patient build-up, the confidence in the ball. And I think once again it will be a tight score margin, a 1-0 maybe even in the final.
I wouldn't be surprised. Interestingly enough, in the stands I was sitting with the coach of Guinea, and he was telling me, listen, we won in South Africa and in Tanzania I was there, but this year we've come in, and Ghana, they were rather ruthless. This team is a problem. And are they going into this one, coach, as a finals favorite?
They should, you know, that they lost to Burkina Faso in the group stages 1-0. So they want to redeem themselves and be the champions to be counted on back-to-back. On back-to-back. And but it's going to be a very difficult encounter with Burkina Faso, because Burkina Faso, when they played Morocco earlier on, it wasn't a 50-50 game situation like the Ghana game versus Zambia game. So it's going to be a bit testing on the Ghanaian team in terms of how are they going to recover for tomorrow's game, and how are going to prepare themselves mentally when they face Burkina Faso, the team that beats them in the group stages. But it's going to be very exciting, very balanced, and the team which is going to control in the middle of the park and having those penetrating passes, I think that's the team that is going to win tomorrow.
That kind of leans me towards number 17 in Ghana, Captain Fantastic. She's looked amazing. We saw her from controlling and picking the right passes, finding space, bullying people off, taking shots at goal. Is there a way Burkina Faso will be able to stop her? Not to mention the other short players who are just absolutely brilliantly gifted technically.
Yeah, I think that's much more of the coach's work to do, because I think with the Zambia game, I think Ghana really did their assignment in terms of studying Fida, who was the 19-number striker for Zambia. They kept her really quiet. They know that she's pacey, but they put on 2 defenders on her, one which can really destabilize her and the other to pick up the pieces. So I think the same approach for the coaches as well. Burkina Faso, the athleticism, you just need to make sure that don't breathe on the ball. But for Ghana, maybe they'll be pressurized to playing the ball a lot quicker. And I think Captain Fantastic, a utility player, can play as a sitter, but also can play at the top of the triangle, which means she has the ability to take on players 1v1. And we saw those glimpses. She's not the quickest, but she's very smart.
Very smart indeed, and she'll be having to be extremely smart tomorrow as they take on Burkina Faso. But I'm tempted to talk about that game tomorrow, but we have tomorrow to deal with that. Right now, though, I want us to turn our attention to the final 2 games and the final semi-final matchups for the boys. The girls have been determined. It is down to the boys. Uganda, Benin, Morocco, Senegal. The stories that can be told here, Coach Rosemary, are crazy.
Especially, yeah, it is. Especially the Uganda-Benin game is going to be tough and exciting. Both teams are physical fit, and both teams are, in terms of goals, they've managed to score more goals. The Morocco-Senegal game, it can be a one-way between Senegal and Morocco, because Senegal has proven to be here to win this championship, because they fell short last year when they lost to Tanzania. But the Benin-Uganda game is the game to watch today.
It is the game to watch today, isn't it? It is one of those games that just leave you hoping and anticipating and unsure what can happen. Uganda, of course, falling at the semi-final stage just last year and then going on to lose in the 3rd and 4th place playoff. Now they have an opportunity to take another step forward and carry the hopes of East Africa. But it is Benin we're talking about, and we saw how stubborn they can be.
Very stubborn, and we've been talking about dark horses of the competition, and I don't think anybody would have thought Benin would make it. But if you guys, both of you, are talking about Uganda, you're talking about Senegal, previous experience from tournaments, they know the approach. Once it gets to this critical stage of the competition, it's all just about efficiency. I keep talking about efficiency, and I think the coaches too will really want to make sure that the boys start really fired up and make use of their chances.
Absolutely. Last time we saw the final, a replication of the opening group stage games. Could that be the case? Could we see Benin come and attempt to pay some revenge to Senegal in the final? They'd have to get past Uganda, a rather stubborn, difficult, very strong Uganda side. Senegal, on their part, have Morocco to deal with. Plenty of great fixtures. What's the story for you when you hear Senegal, Morocco? Because Coach Kevin had a rather weird smile on his face.
I hope Senegal will just don't come in with complacency. If they come in with complacency, they'll get the upset with Morocco, because in terms of tactical, in terms of not being pushovers, a team that has got talent within themselves, and they've got that belief that they can do it. And Senegal have to make sure that they up their gear and not to look down upon Morocco. In a football of game, you can get so many chances and you miss them, but Morocco can even get one chance and manage to score. So they need to up their game and make sure they are on top of their game against Morocco. A very tactical and technical side, a team that can keep possession at any given time. I remember when they played against Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe lead, but they came back and won that game. That shows the character within the team. That shows the character of wanting to win and to do well. And coming to this tournament for the first time, maybe, they are here to show that Morocco, there's something that they're building as a nation in terms of their development in that country.
Well, those games are coming your way on CAF TV later in the afternoon. Please stick around as we turn our attention to the semi-final matchups of the boys. Uganda, Benin, Senegal, Morocco. Plenty of action still to come.
These jerseys aren't 100% polyester. They are 30% lessons learned the hard way, 50% hope, turning threads into memories, 20% triumphs trained and prayed for. This is Africa, 100% made of us.
Rooted in culture, driven by connection. These stories flow between continents, leading a new generation of talent and opportunity. Africa and Europe, together we rise.